Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Singleplayer Tarkov, the mod. Now, in a Let's Play series that is liable to get me kicked off of this platform, okay, not really, I know other people are doing series like this, but in the best interest of you and the best long-term interest of both you and my channel and the sanity of everyone involved, I will not tell you anything about what I'm playing. The reason I will not tell you anything is because I am afraid of getting sued by BSG. They've made it clear that content creators are allowed to make content about this particular mod that I will be playing within Escape from Tarkov, provided we do not tell you anything about it. We don't tell you where to get it, how to install it, anything. And that is exactly what I intend to do. I will follow BSG's directives on this, even though, in my heart of hearts, I do believe that because this mod is completely disconnected from Battlestate Games' server, and has nothing to do with the live version of the game, and is completely its own thing, using only the assets from the game Escape from Tarkov, I believe that I should be able to do whatever the hell I want with it under fair use, and show you whatever the hell I want about this mod, whose name you can see in the bottom left corner. But I'm not allowed to say it. I know. Look, it is what it is, right? I really don't want to get sued, and I really don't want to get my videos taken down. And I believe this mod is so good, so incredibly well polished and made, especially with certain add-ons, which again I cannot mention, but they exist. I think it really transforms the game into something truly, truly special. And I want to show you that. On a completely unrelated note, I do have a Discord down in the description below. If you want to join there and talk to me about anything and everything, really. We have all sorts of different channels and topics and discussions that we go on there, and I share some behind-the-scenes stuff as well. You can check out the Discord in the description down below. Wink, wink. If you understood, you understood. If you didn't, too bad. Let's get into Escape from Tarkov single player. Before I read the introduction and before we start playing, I do want to tell you a little bit more about the mod. And a little bit more about, well, not about the mod, but a little bit more about the setup, shall we say. Not the mod itself, but how I'm going to be playing this. How I intend to play this is basically like a softcore version of Tarkov that is a little bit more reminiscent of games like Stalker Anomaly than live Tarkov. So, with that said, please bear in mind that the difficulty of the bots, the scavs, the quests that I'm going to do, and all of those things have nothing to do with online Tarkov. They are very different, they work very differently, they behave very very, very differently. Okay? With that said, I think we're all better off thinking about this as Stalker 1.5, right? So this isn't Stalker 2 yet, because that's supposed to come out later and towards the end of the year. This is sort of my preparation for Stalker. So in that sense, yes, the bots will not have the best aim ever. They won't have the fastest reaction times ever, because I'm trying to make this more like an Eastern European Fallout game or a newer Stalker game or something along those lines, rather than a military simulation game, which, you know, a hardcore punishing simulation game like Tarkov originally is. That said, most of the damage values and stuff like that remain unchanged. However, like I said, there are some changes you will see in the game, both to the behavior, the number of bots, and etc., that make this more arcadey, less hardcore realistic, in that I'll have more time to respond to bots and run to cover and stuff like that, and they won't exactly, you know, snap to my head and immediately take me out. which is also what happens often in PvP in Tarkov, which, we don't have here. So, with all that said, it's a very, very different experience and a very, very different game, and I want you to know that as we're going in. To not expect an emulation of live Tarkov with bots. Instead, expect Tarkov modded to look more like Stalker and play more like Stalker, minus the, oops, sorry, I hit the microphone, minus all of the, paranormal stuff, and mutants and stuff like that. Alright, so, with that said, let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Escape from Tarkov. In this game, you will have to fight for your life and survive the perils of Tarkov, a Russian city in the Norvinsk region on the brink of chaos and collapse. Your character is an operator of a private military company, PMC, caught in the maelstrom of events right after the Contract Wars. The area is sealed off, and your operational command is not responding. Previous mission objectives have lost their purpose. Everybody has personal goals now. Adapt and survive, escape the blockade, or try to save others. Be prepared to die and lose everything you had with you in every raid you enter. Keep in mind that every drop in your internet connection or network hardware malfunction can lead to disconnections from the game, with the consecutive death of your character and loss of all gear you had with you or found within your raid. Yes, you will die, and most probably very often, but remember, this is still a game. Best of luck out there. And we have that in Ruski, Deutsch, and Français? Anyways. That is going to be our introduction to the game. That's all the introduction you get. Today, I'm going to be playing as a USEC character. Am I? No, I'm going to be playing as a bear character. Yeah, I will. I'm going to be playing as a bear character. I actually haven't decided before I started yet. Yeah, I'm gonna play as a bear character. It just feels closer to Stalker, right? I'm gonna go with Nikolaev and...
So... Scavs here? No way, man.
Смотрим под ноги, смотрим.
It just sounds better, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like the English voices, but this just sounds better, I apologize. All the controls have been set to default, yeah, that's fine, I haven't changed anything. And here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am playing on the Prepare to Escape edition of the game, which gives me a little bit extra in terms of stash space, as you can see. Although there are ways of expanding this later down the line, of course. And I'm starting off with some limited, but some extra equipment. Some fuel, ripstop, bandages, fleece, salvas, CMS, food and water, ammunition, etc., etc. I also have this sniper rifle from the get-go. With a 3 to 10 magnification scope. Alright, not bad. I also start off with a Mossberg 590A1, an AK-74M, or rather an extra AK-74M, 2 PP-19 Vityaz submachine guns, 3 MP-443 Grad pistols, a little bit of extra money, as you can see, a bottle of vodka, of course, a couple of Triton rigs, a couple of Packer light armor, which is just tier 2 plates, which is, not all that great. And I do start off with 2 extra Ratnik set headphones, active headsets, 2 Berkut backpacks, shotgun shells, ammunition, a couple of grenades. I do start off with this assault armor as well, which is a tier 4 protection on the plates, on the front and rear. It's alright, it is Soviet, so the problem with that is the shape. Soviet body armor has not so great a shape when it comes to protection, because if you get shot here or here, it will just go through. Western style armor tends to go further up towards your neck, and it's provides more protection in that sense. And what else do I have? I think nothing else, right? I have some pistol ammunition here, which I can buy. It doesn't start combined for some reason. I guess they want to fill out all the stash space. Fair enough, I suppose, right? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so let's talk about some of the rules for the fight, and for the campaign, and for the objectives, and for all the quests and everything that we're doing here. So, we're going to go over to... Oh, what the hell is this juggernaut? Yes, I have a custom trader. His name is Scorpion, and he sells all manner of things, really. He sells an AKS, an AK-102, and an ADAR-2. All of which are extremely expensive, but he does sell them. So, you know, there you go. He also sells relatively decent ammo. This one has level 3 penetration, 31, 57 damage. By the way, this comes from an add-on as well. This is just gives you more information about the bullet atop the actual description that you get for it. The idea I wanted the idea behind all of these quality of life mods, including some of them like this, extra check marks, basically tells you what you need this item for, so you don't have to look at the at a website or anything. You can have all this information in the game. The idea is precisely that, to not look at websites. The way most people, if you haven't played Tarkov before, the way most people play this game is they have tab open on the second monitor showing them what they need to do for a quest, or they have an Excel spreadsheet with all the items they need, or they have a map of wherever they're going open. So let's say if I want to extract from woods, for example, I would pick the woods raid, I would get in, and then I would have the map of woods open on the other monitor to figure out where the hell I'm going, at least until you learn the map. And then when I actually need to gear up for the battle, I would unload my rifle, I would unload all the ammunition for it, and I would say, right, 545 times 39 PS. I would go over to Tarkov Ammo Chart, the website, and then look it up there and see what I need. To me, that is the most stupidest thing ever. I appreciate that Tarkov wants to be a hardcore game, but obstructing information from the player, which is unreasonably obstructed and doesn't have any logical sense that I don't know those things. Well, that to me that just doesn't make any sense, right? That to me that's just more than stupid, right? And so, for example, going into tasks, shooting cannons, accept. Locate the Utios machine gun, locate the AGS grenade launcher, and eliminate any target on ground 05. That's scavs or PMCs. I have no idea where either of these are, right? And for a task like this, it kind of makes sense that Prapor would give me this task because he doesn't know where these things are, and then he's like, you know what? I know that the city center is where AGS and cords were deployed during the hottest fighting. So somewhere in the city center, probably somewhere high up, like the second or third story of a building, you're going to find an AGS and a machine gun. Go find them. And also kill some things. Makes sense, right? Burning rubber. Use the bait vehicle extract. Pretty simple. Where's the paid vehicle extract? Oh, I don't know. Ground Zero is like the beginning map, right? It's where you start. And the way you start is you open the map on a separate tab online. You find the map and you open it. Really? If my character was in the contract wars, why does he know nothing about where any thing is located? I'm thrown into a map, I have no idea how I got there, and I have 30 to 40 minutes to leave, and I have no idea where I'm leaving. What the hell? It doesn't make any sense. It genuinely doesn't. But I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Instead, I'm going to talk about the rules of this playthrough and this Let's Play. So I have some quality of life mods over here. Like, you know, the information for bullets, so I don't have to use outside websites. I have a HUD in-game, which shows me the general direction of things, like quests and extracts, because I don't know all the maps. I know, go over to here. I know woods fairly well. I know customs really, really well. I know shoreline well enough, decently, right? Reserve, I've barely played ever. I've done like maybe a couple of raids there. I know how to get to the train most of the time, and that's about it. So I've done like a couple of raids there. Interchange, I've done a few raids on, but I'm super confused when I get inside there, and I really have no idea where any of the stores are or anything. The outside area around the actual interchange, I'm pretty okay with. Ground Zero, I've played a little bit of on the previous version of this mod, and I've gotten to around level 20-something with my PMC there, so I've played Ground Zero and a decent amount to know where some of the things are, and I've done most of the beginning quests on Ground Zero, I think all of them technically, right? Streets of Tarkov, I have never entered. Not once in my life. Ever. Lighthouse is the worst map this game has ever seen, and I will explain why at some point in the future when we play it. But I don't know it very well. I've done like a couple of raids on it. Factory, not really. I've extracted at gate 3 and the window in the office. I don't know where the other extracts are. So I've played this like a couple of times only. That's about it. I don't have a lot of experience with Tarkov, as you might be able to tell. I've played customs a ton back in the day on live Tarkov, and then after that I've played SPT Tarkov back when I originally recorded videos of it a long time ago, and then recently I've gotten into it again. So, with that said, let's get ready for our first raid. And God, it feels weird having a beta container. I usually start off with the alpha one, but I figured I could use a little bit more space over here. Okay, so let's look these up like so. Receive these rubles from here. That's for the extract, and actually I can just pop that in there. And then I think I want to go over to tasks. First in line, locate the Emacom station on Ground Zero and hand over any medicine items, presumably that are found in raid. Okay. Rogue Peacekeeper Mechanic, saving the mole. Locate the USEC PMC group at the parking lot. Locate the lab scientist on Ground Zero. We have Ragman and we have Jaeger. We also have Prove Yourself over here. Eliminate PMCs on Ground Zero, 3 of them. So as you can see, all the tasks at the beginning point to Ground Zero, which is exactly where we're going next. But around 20 minutes into the game and I'm still on the menu over here. So, I've even prepared a nice little piece of paper, sticky note here that I put on my monitor or just below it to remind me of what the rules of this playthrough are in case I ever forget and, misclick something or whatever. And the rules are, I'm going for a softcore run, which means if you've ever seen people do hardcore runs of Tarkov, basically that's where you get to use your starting gear, or you don't, depending on, you know, the exact settings of the hardcore mod, but most of the time you throw away all your starting gear, and you start off with just the knife, and you don't get to use any of the traders, of which there are so many of, as you can see. You don't get to use any of this. Instead, you just use barters. So let me explain what that is if you've never played the game or never did something like that. For example, I cannot buy, in Hardcore Tarkov, I cannot buy this AKS-74U from Prapor. I have to buy this. The only reason I can buy this is because I'm not buying it with money. I need to give him these items and I can trade them in for the AK. These are allowed, these aren't. And so anything you can buy with money is not allowed. However, I can trade ES lamps for F1 grenades, and that goes the same for all of the traders. Other than that, I can use anything I find in raid. I am not allowed to use the flea market, and that's about it. There are a few other rules, but that's the gist of Hardcore Tarkov. On the other hand, I am doing softcore, which is like that, but it's made a little bit more entertaining and a little bit more interesting, I think, for me to play around with different traders and gears and reap the benefits of having done tasks and not have to focus so much on trades and barters and stuff like that. Softcore Tarkov is as follows. I am not allowed to use the flea market to buy or sell anything. I can use the flea market to search for things, but flea market is currently not unlocked to me, or is it? The ability to create offers as well as to see and buy other players' goods will be unlocked at level 5. So what we do over here is we go display offers from any. I can't change that right now, but I'll set this filter to traders only. So the flea market, like this, is useful to find trades from merchants, and that's the only reason I'm going to use it. But I will not sell anything on the flea market, and I will not buy anything on the flea market that I cannot buy from. I won't buy anything on the flea market, right? I will buy stuff from traders, stuff that appears on the flea market, but not from other quote-unquote players, which is actually just a simulated economy mirroring the live one, but never mind. I am not allowed to do scav runs, so every single run I do will have to be PMC. This means that upgrading Scav's reputation with Fence is going to be difficult, but not impossible. There are ways we can do that. Paid vehicle extracts and stuff like that, that helps. Quests also, and so on and so forth. So yeah, no Scav runs. I am not allowed to use the wiki, the internet, YouTube videos, and I'm not allowed to use maps while within the game itself or outside of the game, and I'm not allowed to ask the internet for help when it comes to quests. So let's say I go over to trading, I go over to skier, tasks, burning rubber. New guy, yeah, hello, looking for a job, blah, 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 you need to use the paid vehicle extract on ground zero. If I don't know where the paid extract is, I am not allowed to go online and look it up. I do have a mod which improves the task description for a lot of tasks, so it should give me a better idea of where I can find certain things and what I need to do. However, I am not allowed to search for these things on my own, online, right? I have to figure it out within the game itself, and that's about it. Alright. And finally, items from traders are alright. So, in Softcore Tarkov, I can go to a trader and I can buy pretty much anything that they sell. When I level them up to like level 2, 3, 4, I can buy anything that they sell also. This includes buying stuff like the Lucky Scav junk box, dog tag cases, crafting items that I need that they are selling, for example, army crackers or bandages or Esmarch tourniquets, etc., etc. Anything I need, I can get this way. I'm not allowed to buy it from the flea market, but I can buy it here. And those, for now, are the rules of Softcore Tarkov. We're now going to enter the hideout to show you this part of the game. Welcome to your personal hideout. For now, it is an old bomb shelter clogged with rubbish. Yeah, it is. However, we're going to find various resources in our raids, and we're going to start upgrading this to make it look like, well, something resembling a home. And we're going to begin with vents, which is going to take 25,000 rubles to fix. And I think that's all that we can fix for now. Security, we're going to need this, and so on and so forth. And here's another thing I can do. If I add items to wish list like this, usually what that does is it lets you find them easier on the flea market. However, I'm not here to use the flea market, but I'm not going to be able to do that. But if I mouse over, if I go to inspect it like this, it now has a blue tick, which means it's on my wish list. That is going to make it so much more convenient to know what I need to pick up in raids. So let's say I search a random cabinet and I find some bandages or a pile of meds, and I'm like, oof, do I need this or do I not need this? Wait, let me refer to the website, the Excel spreadsheet, a piece of paper I'm carrying in my pocket while playing or whatever. No, I have this information available to me right away in front of me. And to me, that makes a lot more sense than having to use third-party sources. I'll use as much as I can of the stuff that's actually in the game right now. And I want to minimize sort of using anything outside of the game itself. Alright, that's it, I think. I've pretty much covered everything. For now, we have our setup here already with the AK and 3 magazines and some ammo for it. I think we're ready for our first raid. And our PMC is going to Ground Zero, the business center of Tarkov. This is where Terror Group was headquartered. This is where it all begins, and where it all began for the contract wars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Escape from Tarkov. And here we go. Level 1 bear operator doing his thing, right? Welcome to Tarkov. And I just realized I forgot to change the graphics settings. Turn all of this up. Turn this to high, this on. Increase sharpness. Save, and then increase that. Okay, much better. One heck of a firefight already happening. I say we let them fight. Because dead ahead is where my objective is for the first task. And I'm already picking up stuff that I need for the base. Okay, here it is. First in line. Pick up any of this now. Okay. And there is our first kill. Now, you may notice that I am using a hit marker mod. It's part of this HUD mod. I'm not quite sure so sold on it. It's a little bit too arcadey for me, and I will probably remove the hit markers at a later date. However, there is a very pragmatic reason as to why I'm using it. And the reason I'm currently using it is because I'm not quite sure the hit detection is working as it should, especially at long range. And so, I want to use this mod just to get a feel for how hit detection works. And if it works alright, I'll... Christ. Honestly, I was kind of asking for it. Scavs never come at you alone, and here I was thinking that this guy was alone for some reason. Although technically that was a PMC. I don't know if it's better or worse, but it's something, right? Lovely. So my stomach and my right arm have been shot. Not ideal. Honestly, not ideal. It's gonna get annoying. That sound is gonna get very, very annoying. However, I do have food and water. Which means that even with a shot stomach, I should still be able to make it to the extract. Relatively alright. God, that is... it's just getting a bit ridiculous. He really didn't expect me here, did he? Okay, what does this do? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it there. Fill up these magazines. I just realized something. Talking while playing is going to be very dangerous for me because I won't be able to listen to my surroundings. That's going to be a problem. Now, currently, I'm hoping I find like a CMS kit or something on one of these. Which is highly unlikely, but this I think I really need for later, so... That's something at least. Could leave back there if I had a flare, but I don't. I know that's how that exit works. This guy's been killed and unlooted. Yeah, car medkit. That's useful. Kind of hoping I find something over here. No medkits or anything, really? I mean, I did find a medkit, but not what I meant. What is this? Black cartridge, green. Okay. See, 16 water, really? Alright, let's use up all of this. Brought it with me in raid for a reason, might as well, right? I need this too. Okay, that puts me back to full. Okay, this is rations. I could use something from here if they have an MRE or something, maybe. Yeah. Relatively useful. I gotta get out of here right now. Welcome to the most overpowered position on the map. Not right here, but that window upstairs. I'll show you in a second. Ooh, that is good. That is very, very good. Like level 4 protection, right? Yeah. Fortunately, I can't use contacts with it, but... honestly, who cares? Contacts aren't that great anyway, and I'm talking so I can't hit. What, anyway? And I was saying, this is the most powerful position on the map, because you climb on top of this box, and you can see, with a good scope, pretty much diagonally across most of the map. And you can see the approach down there as well. Really some ridiculous stuff, right? Okay, I'm gonna sit down here for a second and let my arm stamina regenerate, because I'm running low on that a little bit. Okay. So far, so good. The AGS apparently is in that building. I could go and locate it. I forgot that it's in this building. I thought it was down there. But apparently it's here. Yeah, it's 20 meters from here. Honestly, be a shame not to try, right? I mean, since I'm here, why not, yeah? Hello, AGS. No, it's not just the AGS here, there's also a ton of computers and useful stuff. Unfortunately for me, I don't have any more water. Otherwise, oh, I do have a Tarkola here, so... yeah, I'm afraid I can't stay, although I'd love to. Poke around here a little bit more, but... I'm afraid I can't do that. Although, who knows, maybe I find a GPU or something and... end up being incredibly lucky, but something's telling me it's not going to be the case. don't have time to be screwing around with this, but... at the same time, I really want to. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's get out of here. In fact, before I do, I'd just love to check back here for some water or juice or something. No. No, I am going to dehydrate. Okay. Not really. There it is. Six hydration left. That is nothing. I have about 100 meters, 150 meters or so left to the finish line. Thankfully, this area appears empty for the most part. I'll lie down here for a second and get some stamina back. Okay, that should be good. That should be good to even loot a few of these things. There we go. That's the extract. Okay, all things considered, I would have stayed a heck of a lot longer were it not for the fact that I'm dying. But, you know what? As the achievement says, the first time always hurts, and, yeah. So, ultimately, 4 kills. Were most of them deserved? Not quite. And I will play around with the difficulty a little bit. The fact that that scav with the shotgun missed me is a bit much. Granted, they kind of panicked as soon as they run around the corner and they take a bit of time to aim and all of that, but the fact that he missed me was a bit much, even though I did react quickly. The one with the Mosin missing me didn't surprise me. They only get one shot and the Mosin is slow as hell. It's a bolt-action rifle, right? So, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Like, this guy hit me with BT at the same time. Like, Jesus Christ. Level 1 and he has BT. Yeah, anyways, the progression is scaled to your level, so... Yikes. Alright. Fair enough, I suppose. Let's see what goodies we've acquired. First and foremost, tasks. So we did the AGS, we need to kill one more thing, and we need to find the Utios machine gun. Therapist. What is this thing, by the way? Health and energy recovery goes down. Antidote removes radiation and toxins. Yeah, that's entirely useless. You can have that. Over here, burning rubber. I didn't get to do that, I'm afraid. And then I did the one for Scorpion, right? Eliminate PMCs on ground 0. I did indeed. There you go. And now this actually unlocks from level 1 my ability to purchase 762 times 39 full metal jacket. Fair enough. I think that's very reasonable. And now I have the route. I need to mark ambulances on ground zero. Okay, will do. Also get a bit of money and some PS ammunition for 762. Okay, and obviously 3 of these. Right, lovely. Honestly, I should move everything from the stash down so I have the empty space up top. That's generally how I prefer working. But yeah, this is fine too. And is that all the tasks I managed to do? Yeah, I didn't get to do this one either. Yikes. Well, I was around only for like a tiny little bit, so don't know what I expected. Right. This AK. What ammo was he using? BT. That penetration level 4 for pop-up. No, not top-up, pop-up. The PS, it's penetration level 3. Yikes. Yeah, I know. We're going to sell this rifle, because it's kind of broken and there's nothing special about it. It's just a regular AK-74. So for now, this goes down here, and I'm going to sell it. I will keep the magazine, though, because I do need an extra one. And then I'm also selling this. Selling this. I'm selling... Am I selling that? Yeah, I will sell that. I will sell all of these things. I'm going to take the car kit and I'm going to run with it. I'm selling the SD diaries. I need them for a couple of things later down the line, but not right now. I need money more so than that. The contacts can stay. I'll put this on too, why not? I need to organize this stash, but don't worry. I'm going to do stash organizations off camera. That's going to be something for me to do. I will not put you through the misery of watching that because it is... Let's just say it would take a while, right? Okay, that's good, that's good. And I'll get in on 6 and a splint. I'll need it, but just in case I do, I'll keep it around. Okay, so we go over to Therapist, which is our favorite merchant for selling things because she buys most of this stuff at a premium. We go over to Mechanic to sell weapons and weapon parts, and we go over to Peacekeeper to sell diaries and information of that nature. Encrypted information, stuff on USBs, yeah, that's generally his stuff. Something I haven't mentioned at the beginning, fence is also okay in softcore rules. Meaning that if I find a key that I like with fence, a gun, like that for example, ammunition especially, I mean, all these components and stuff is cool, okay I guess. What is most important about fence is that he sells alright ammunition sometimes. Currently, we have nothing, right? Yeah, it's all just trash tier ammo. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. But occasionally, he will sell really, really, really good ammo. Not some you know, armor-piercing stuff, like high caliber armor piercing stuff, not really, but he'll sell like BTs sometimes, PS ammo, which I'll get into all of those in a bit. I just wanted to show you the first raid to sort of give you a general idea of how things go, and I'll get more in detail about weapons and stuff like that, like I usually do in most of my Let's Plays, if I'm honest. Alright, so this has been it for the first video, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen roughly what to expect from the Let's Play, and I think you've seen enough to determine whether you would be interested in watching something like this or not. And so, with that said, I think it's time to end it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you, hopefully, in the next episode. If you enjoy Tarkov, then, well, welcome along for the ride. If this is not really your thing, then, yeah, well, I definitely have other channels. Other channels? No, I don't. Other things on the channel that might be more your thing. At any rate, I'll see you all in some other video. Until then, have fun, take care, bye-bye. Oh, and obviously, like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video and want to stay tuned with the rest of the content. Options for supporting the channel in terms of Patreon and memberships down below. See ya, bye-bye.